Hi, my name is Joanna, and I'd like to share a little bit of my story with you today. I didn't really believe in anything beyond Earth or anything without physical proof. I'm really one of those people who needs to see it to believe it. And if I didn't see it or see significant proof, it couldn't possibly exist. As I was growing up, the purpose and focus of my life was to go to school, study hard, and get good grades so that one day, eventually, I could get a job, particularly the job I really wanted. Very career focused, and that was the main motivation of my life. My academic achievement was really important to me, and it excluded all else practically. Kind of a lonely place to hang out. And so I really focused on school and was a very dedicated student. And it was actually in my first year of college, my very first biology course, that I became curious about Christianity and God. It was a very unlikely course. You think that this topic would come up, but it did. The professor presented the idea that the Earth was created essentially by a series of chemical reactions. I never really questioned that theory. Grew up all through school being taught that, and there had always been physical evidence and data that was presented. But a few students in the course actually found the topic somewhat controversial and brought up the fact that they believed that God was the creator of the Earth. So, my mind stopped and was like, hey, wait a minute, there can't be both, can't be true. It can't be that the Earth was created by nobody, by just, a bunch of chemical reactions, and by God. So I wondered which one was actually the truth. And at the time, there just wasn't enough solid evidence to prove that God created the Earth. So I really remained skeptical. Then during the last year of college, my life became more complicated. I began to struggle and even fail at reaching my goals. Since succeeding in school was what my life revolved around, failing to succeed left my life seeming so purposeless and directionless. I really just kept thinking if I tried harder, if I worked harder, I could be good enough and eventually succeed. And just kind of kept on in this very self-determined state of mind. My professional mentor at the time, with whom I was spending a lot of time gaining really valuable experience, happened to be an active Christian. After spending some time with her and seeing how she really loved and cared for others through her faith, I actually went out and bought a Bible and decided to look for a church to see really what her faith was all about. One evening, after reading an article that she had written about her experience on a missionary trip, I realized that God has a purpose for each one of us, including me. God had used my mentor to reach me and give me the proof that kept me from believing in him before. That night, I made the decision to follow Christ. As I began to read more of the Bible, and I really learned that although I'm not perfect and could never be perfect, it didn't matter. God still loves me and offers forgiveness. Life was no longer about me and my life and my goals. It became about having a relationship with and getting to know God. After a long search, I had finally found the truth that I had been looking for, and the purpose and meaning and direction. Even though I still struggle at times with trying to do things my own way, I love and trust God. And because of my gratitude for his free gift of salvation through Jesus, I want to serve and follow him by sharing his promises for eternal life with others.